Simply put, Vietnam's drug rehabilitation centers have become a problem themselves instead of being a solution to drug addiction. In the last few years, there have been numerous cases of rehab centers inmates breaking out. Last August, nearly 250 addicts from a center in the Mekong Delta province of Tiền Giang marched onto the national highway. A similar escape was effected by 500 inmates from the center in Dong Nai province in October 2016. The notorious rehab centers of all are apparently in Area Vung Tau Educational Training Center. Nearly 200 inmates unsuccessfully tried to break through the main entrance in November 2016. Earlier in May, 78 people escaped from the center. The most serious breakdown had happened a month earlier, in April 2016, with 450 inmates tearing fences down and even attacking the guards as they sought to escape.
Ba thằng nó vô nó cầm hai cái dao dưới cho người chú, một thằng cầm một đá bự, nó đòi đập đầu chú mà, chú đó nó kêu là cái gì, mình để cho khóa nó thì chú cũng để tự do thì nó cầm làm gì không chống cự được.
As these breakdowns happened, inmates also said they have engaged in violence and caused damage within outside centers. Some reports described the rioters that saw police deployed to curb and capture the escapees in the following days. But the inmates had a story to tell too. The breakdowns were triggered by harsh conditions, including violence inflicted on them as part of the treatment. The most recent breakdown in Tiền Giang province happened after disagreement with staff escalated into an assault, and patients wielding knives and bricks encouraged the order to break down the doors. Inmates later told the police that they were very harshly treated by the rehab center.
Tôi làm về mệt, bỏ một ngày 8 tiếng hồ, về là kiếm thợ vụ kiếm mình đẹp mà không nghe gì xéo xẹo một miếng thì bắt đầu quýnh 13 tiếng. Chúng tôi làm về mệt mỏi, sức trong một quỳ gói như vậy, quỳ không nghe quỳ quýnh.
Such brutality is not an isolated instance in Vietnam's 132 rehab centers. The country has around 220,000 drug addicts officially registered. Experts have pointed out that such punitive treatment methods in the center are rooted in Vietnam's approach to addiction, which is based on the presumption that it is social evil that can be cured with forced abstinence, re-education, and therapeutic labor. Authorities continue to remand drug users to 2-year stints in compulsory drug detention centers, where they face a program of detoxification, a labor that has drawn international criticism for years. Overcrowding at these centers make matters worse. In fact, most of the centers from which inmates have escaped are operating at 300 to 400 of their capacity.
Đầu tư cho công tác này cũng chưa đến nơi đến chốn. Đặc biệt là có nhận thức là vì trong sạch địa bàn mà tìm mọi cách để đưa tất cả những người nghiện nặng cũng như vừa mới nghiện cũng như nghiện có cư trú và không có cư trú vào các cơ sở này, dẫn đến một cái tình trạng là quá tải.
The centers are also understaffed, further compounding the problem. According to the World Health Organization, many drug rehab facilities in Vietnam do not have a single doctor, and instead are run by the mix of government officials, managers, and social workers.
Bây giờ là cần bác sĩ lại không có, chính sách thu hút họ về đó gần như không ai về, mà chủ yếu là đào tạo từ ngành của mình đưa đi thôi, nghĩa là nó không đáp ứng được cái yêu cầu để cung ứng các dịch vụ chăm sóc sức khỏe hoặc là phục hồi sức khỏe cho người nghiện.
The monthly salary for these care providers is as low as 2 million Vietnam dong, is about $86, making it hard for the facility to recruit and retain staff. And those who do not work mostly hold a negative opinion of drug users. After all the troubles they face, it is perhaps not surprising that the center's work is not very effective. Studies conducted by the Vietnamese government indicate that up to 95% of addicts discharged from the compulsory drug detention centers relapse within 2 years. In the current situation, there's some good news and some bad news. The good news is the country is turning toward a hopefully better solution for drug rehabilitation, closing such controversial centers down to 10 and transforming the rest into so-called multi-purpose centers or community-based voluntary treatment regimens. The bad news is the transition has proven tricky, given the widely held belief that drug addiction stems from moral failure and the unresolved lack of competent doctors, therapists, and equipment. If the remaining compulsory drug detention centers in the country still persist with their forceful treatment procedures, offenses and wars unlikely to prevent further breakdown attempts.